Good evening, viewers. You're watching Mission 2024. India now embarking on its lunar mission. We're going to get you all of that later on at 7:30. But all the political news coming in up next. I'm Preeti Chaudhary, and these are the headlines. 24 hours countdown for Chandrayaan-3's moon landing begins. Vikram lander just 25 kilometers away from the moon. ISRO puts a plan B also on standby. Delhi rape Babu and wife attempt to evade arrest foiled. Accused wife sent to one-day judicial custody. DCW chief writes to Amit Shah, demands meeting with the victim or kin. Prime Minister Modi lands in Johannesburg to participate in the 15th Brics summit. Chinese President Xi Jinping to also attend. Big suspense over India-China bilateral. Shocking Bihar VVIP culture on display. Ambulance blocked for Chief Minister Nitish's convoy despite patient's family crying inside. Superstar Rajnikant defends his gesture of bowing down to touch UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's feet. Says it's a habit. Congress mocks Rajni. Yogi meet calls it courtesy call to the next Prime Minister. High drama in Telangana after BRS releases first list of candidates for winter polls. Congress mocks KCR for contesting from 2 seats. Says BRS clearly afraid of losing. India's teen chess prodigy Pragna Nandan squares off against the 5-time world champion Magnus Carlsen in Baku for World Chess Championships. The Prime Minister is in South Africa in Johannesburg to attend the Brics summit. Prime Minister was received with a ceremonial welcome as he arrived at Waterkloof Air Force Base in South Africa. The Prime Minister was greeted by members of the Indian diaspora later who gathered to welcome him. He will be in South Africa and for the next few days at the invitation of President of the Republic of South Africa. Meanwhile, Chinese President Xi Jinping is also in the country to attend the Brics summit. Lots of suspense over the India-China meet, especially in the backdrop of the border standoff, which refuses to die down. 19 rounds of talks. All eyes will again be on the two leaders, and it remains to be seen whether they will meet or not. During the summit, the key focus will be expansion of the grouping and use of national currencies. As per sources, Prime Minister expected to hold bilateral meeting with Iran, Mozambique and Ethiopia on the 24th of August.
We have a special gesture, the Deputy President of South Africa, who is here at the airport to receive him. A formal ceremonial guard of honor is going to be extended. As you can see, the South African side is now going up to the aircraft to welcome the Prime Minister here. The Prime Minister has a packed schedule here. Later in the day, he's attending the Brics business forum, the leaders part of the ceremony. And then he has a close retreat later in the next years. Tomorrow is the open and closed ceremonies of the summit. And day after,
we are so proud of the fact that Shri Narendra Modi ji is going to be here on our soil, bringing with him the value systems of India to Africa. One of the key factors of the Brics summit is to look at a range of issues like climate change, economy and skill. And India stands at the forefront of teaching skills. The digitization of India is a remarkable milestone that has happened, and we in South Africa want to learn from that.
Narendra Modi ji, his vision on a global level with the economic growth and also international technology level, also he want to expand on a global level. And also coming to the Brics, we would like to have a new development bank, and also technology wise also we would like to have a bilateral link between all the countries included in the Brics.
All right, so this is the first in-person summit since the pandemic. Joining me live is Peter van Olselen from Johannesburg. Peter, from India's perspective, of course, what would be of keen interest is whether the Indian Prime Minister meets the Chinese counterpart, which comes in before the G20 summit in India as well. But can you take us through on what's expected in the next few days?
Well, a very good afternoon here from Johannesburg. Just a short while ago, maybe about 20 minutes ago, Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrived here. I'm literally outside the hotel at which he's staying. It was a real sense of joy when everybody arrived. There must have been about 50 or 100 people here from the Indian diaspora welcoming him. There was music playing. He's arrived. He seemed in good spirits. He was ushered straight through the really tight security here as he was ushered through. I think he's probably just upstairs now, refreshing up. He will be addressing the Indian diaspora before he heads over to the convention center, which is literally 100 meters across the road here. That is scheduled to start at 4 o'clock in about 30 minutes time from now. So excuse the sort of shaky picture, but there were all of these posters welcoming Narendra Modi here. Everyone seemed to really be happy. I spoke to a couple of the diaspora supporters, and the elephant in the room was raised as to whether he was going to meet with President Xi Jinping. That's still unsure. They seem to think that it would be a good idea, but at the moment it's just jubilation that he's here, and they'll get down to business in about half an hour from now.
Well, Peter, that elephant in the room continues to sit very quietly there, but we're going to keep a keen eye on all developments. But thank you for joining us, and we're going to cut across to you in the next 20 minutes from now. But I just want to now quickly. All right, these are live visuals which are coming through of Prime Minister Modi being welcomed in Johannesburg, South Africa. Peter, if you're still with us, is Peter still with us? If he's still with us, Peter, I want to just take... I want you to also come in while, of course, traditional Rakhi being tied on the Prime Minister's wrist by members of the Indian diaspora. We'd seen the traditional thali earlier as well. As Peter pointed out, about 50 to 100 members of the Indian diaspora outside his hotel. A lot of celebrations in terms where the Indian community, and there is a strong Indian presence where Johannesburg and various parts of South Africa is concerned, especially areas like Durban. Many Indians would be coming in and extending a warm welcome to the Prime Minister in South Africa. Clearly not his first time there, but this is the first in-person meet where the Brics summit is concerned after the pandemic. We're going to continue to cut across to Peter, but these are live visuals which were coming in a short while ago of members of the Indian diaspora tying Rakhi. Rakhi, the Indian festival just around the corner, and a welcome there given, a warm welcome in fact, given to the Indian Prime Minister by the Indian community. All right, so that's the latest that we are getting in, but more news coming in. While Prime Minister is going to be in Johannesburg in South Africa, he will join the Chandrayaan team post-landing. Prime Minister to join virtually from South Africa. Well, understandable, because it's a big moment where India is concerned. The last time around where there was a bit of a disappointment, the Prime Minister was there encouraging ISRO, encouraging the Indian team behind Chandrayaan-3 at that point of time because of things really not going down as planned. But this is India's big moment, and of course the Prime Minister is going to be virtually present from South Africa. He's attending the Brics summit in person in South Africa, and he will be joining the Chandrayaan team post-landing. I want to quickly cut across to my colleague Polumi Saha, who's joining us live for more details. Polumi, it's interesting. Lots of bilaterals meeting lined up, but the Prime Minister clearing his schedule with India's tryst with history when it comes down to India's moon mission. Polumi, can you hear me? All right, we don't seem to have my colleague Paulomi, but that's the latest news break that we are getting in. The Prime Minister not going to miss out on India's big moment. He is going to be virtually joining in from South Africa post-landing and he will be in fact speaking with the Chandrayaan team post-landing as well. He'll virtually join from South Africa. He's there for the Brics summit for the next few days, and he is not going to let this opportunity go by, and understandably so. The last time around, he, literally, figuratively, lent a shoulder for the ISRO scientists to maybe shed a tear of so many years of hard work, things not going according to plan. But this time around, it's all fingers crossed. And India's moon mission, if successful, will begin and mark a new chapter where India's moon mission is concerned. But that's the latest. The Prime Minister has cleared his schedule, and he is very much going to be present as India counts down and cheers for Chandrayaan. And we can expect him to join the team post-landing. Let's just say post-landing. It's going to happen. Let's cut across for a quick reaction from my colleague Paulomi Saha, who's joining us on the phone line. Paulomi, in midst of bilateral meetings, the Prime Minister clearing his schedule, understandably so. It's a big moment for India, and who else but to have the Prime Minister hopefully congratulate the team?
Absolutely. The entire team obviously waiting in anticipation, as is, of course, all of Government of India at the moment as well. There's a program, of course, which will involve the scientific secretaries and, of course, the MOS and the Department of Space, Dr. Jitendra Singh, which will, in fact, take place in Delhi at the CSIR headquarters. And he will, of course, be at the program, Dr. Jitendra Singh, 4:30 p.m. onwards, in anticipation of the big landing. But we're expecting also the Prime Minister to virtually connect with the program as soon as, of course, news reaches in that it has been a successful mission. So he will, of course, be clearing his, like you said, his diary to make, time for that, because this obviously will be a momentous, program as far as India is concerned, something that will go down in history. And obviously the Prime Minister will be there to congratulate the scientists and everyone who's played a critical role in making this happen. So all fingers crossed for that.
Well, all fingers crossed, and let's hope this time around it happens, and the Prime Minister not willing to miss that moment, like I said, where India stands at the cusp of history. The last time around, figuratively, the Prime Minister lent a shoulder for the ISRO scientists to possibly shed a tear on what was a missed opportunity, just there but just not quite. This time, it's going to be different, viewers. And the Prime Minister clearing his schedule and counting down as India cheers for Chandrayaan. All right, let's move on now. Mind-numbing rape incident from the national capital that we've been reporting on. Days after the rapist and his wife were arrested from Delhi, India today has accessed CCTV images of the time when the duo attempted to escape. They tried to flee their locality at 9:30 a.m. in the morning, shortly after the news of this horror story broke out. The Delhi government officer says charges framed against him are false. In the backdrop of DCW chief's protest, the mother of the survivor appealed for privacy, stating that her daughter doesn't want to meet anyone right now. Maliwal has been sitting on an overnight dharna at the hospital, claiming that she was prevented from meeting the victim, but the politics over the Delhi shocker continues to peak.
Nobody till now, apart from the Delhi police, has actually met the survivor or the mother. So it is very important that an external agency, which is an autonomous body, should meet the mother and the mother or the survivor. Now, NCPCR, I believe, has met. But have they raised this important question that why is it that the Delhi police was silent for 8 days and did not arrest the man immediately? However, we have issued notices to the Delhi police as well as the Delhi government. I want to proceed with this case, and for that a meeting with the survivor is extremely important. In case the survivor or the mother does not wish to meet me, because I can understand there's a lot of trauma and all that has unfolded can be very, very traumatic, and it's a very serious case. So I can be allowed to meet them and they can say that to my face. At least I will be assured.
इसका मतलब साफ साफ है कि वहां अधिकारियों को तो जानकारी थी, लेकिन उन्होंने डेटाबेस में नहीं दिया, बल्कि इलीगल तरीके से उस बच्चे को घर ले जाके इस डिप्टी डायरेक्टर ने उसका यौन शोषण किया। ये सीधे सीधे ट्रैफिकिंग का मामला है। ट्रैफिकिंग के बाद सेक्सुअल अब्यूज का मामला है। और सरकार को, जब राज्य सरकार को पिछले 9 दिन से ये बात पता चल चुकी थी, तब वो इस पे हाथ रख के क्यों बैठी थी?
दिल्ली सरकार ने इस ऑफिसर को सस्पेंड करने के लिए क्या कार्रवाई की, या इसको अपने ऑफिस से हटाने के लिए क्या कार्रवाई की, या डीसीडब्ल्यू ने जो आज धरना कर रही है, धरना दे रही है, उसने 7-8 दिनों में इस बच्ची से मिलने का क्या प्रयास किया, या उनके द्वारा बनाए गए सीडब्ल्यूसी के सिस्टम ने इस बच्ची के संरक्षण के लिए क्या काम किए, या किस प्रकार से उनकी सरकार में एक सिस्टम नहीं है जहां पर ऐसा प्रेडेटरी ऑफिसर जो बाल और महिला शोषण के खिलाफ जिसको काम करना है, वही बाल और महिला शोषण में लगा हुआ है, ऐसे ऑफिसर को आइडेंटिफाई करने का क्या सिस्टम है?
I want to now take you through some of the CCTV images that have been procured by India today. On camera, you can see the Delhi rapist in church on the 20th of August. Mind you, the FIR was lodged on the 13th of August. This man roamed free till the 21st of August. On the 14th of August, he had even gone and given his statement. But visuals of him in church, attending the Sunday Mass, and like nothing has happened, all of that. And then trying to flee on the August 21st morning when the news broke at 9:45 a.m. These are visuals coming in from the church where this man, a deputy director in the Women and Child Development Department of the Delhi government, can easily be seen mingling freely, fearlessly. When an FIR was registered, once again I'll repeat viewers, on the 13th of this month alone. I want to cut across right now to Arvind Oja, who is joining us live for more details. Arvind, you know, these जो CCTV की images निकल के आ रही हैं, अरविंद, साफ है कि बिना कुछ उसको फैक्टर किए ये आदमी खुला चर्च जा रहा है, घूम रहा है, लोगों से मिलजुल रहा है। इसमें जो पुलिस है उसका क्या कहना है? अभी इतना टाइम क्यों लगा अरविंद?
नहीं, देखिए, पुलिस पर तो कई सवाल खड़े होते ही हैं, क्योंकि देखिए 13 अगस्त को FIR रजिस्टर्ड होती है। काफी हीनियस क्राइम था। पॉक्सो एक्ट की FIR दर्ज होती है। 376 लगता है, 120 भी, यानी क्रिमिनल कॉन्स्पिरेसी के सेक्शंस के तहत FIR दर्ज होती है। और उसके बावजूद भी जो अक्यूज्ड है वो फ्रीली घूम रहा था। अगर इंडिया टुडे ने ये CCTV एक्सेस किया है जो बुराड़ी चर्च का है, विक्टिम ने ये भी एलिगेशन लगाया है कि इस चर्च में भी उसके साथ मोलेस्टेशन किया था जो अक्यूज्ड है उसने। बावजूद इसके 13 अगस्त को FIR लॉन्च होती है और ये 20 अगस्त का CCTV है बुराड़ी का। अब बकायदा जो अक्यूज्ड है, फॉर्मर डिप्टी डायरेक्टर, वो इस चर्च में आता जाता दिखाई दे रहा है। सवाल यही उठा रही है, चाहे वो DCW चीफ स्वाति मालीवाल हो कि दिल्ली पुलिस पर वो सवाल उठा रही है। और साथ ही साथ दिल्ली पुलिस क्या कर रही थी?
अरविंद, एक बहुत बड़ा सवाल है जो प्रेमोदय खाखा है, जब ये FIR रजिस्टर हुई थी, ये तो पॉक्सो के तहत रजिस्टर हुई थी, तो ये तो इमीडिएट अरेस्ट मांगता है उस एक्ट के तहत।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल प्रीति, आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा, इमीडिएट अरेस्ट मांगता है। खासकर से पॉक्सो एक्ट की अगर FIR दर्ज होती है, लॉन्च होती है। दिल्ली पुलिस ये दलील दे रही थी कि 164 का स्टेटमेंट नहीं हुआ है क्योंकि जो विक्टिम्स है वो उसकी मेंटल कंडीशन ठीक नहीं थी, इस वजह से। लेकिन जब पॉक्सो एक्ट की FIR दर्ज होती है उसके बाद पुलिस अमूमन जो केसेस में देखा गया है वो तुरंत अक्यूज को नैप करती है, अरेस्ट करती है। कुछ नहीं तो कम से कम नोटिस भेजकर पूछताछ की जानी चाहिए थी अक्यूज से। अक्यूज इतना फ्रीली कैसे घूम रहा था जब उसके खिलाफ FIR दर्ज हो चुकी है। अलग ऐसे कई मामले हमने देखे हैं कि जैसे ही FIR लॉन्च होती है अक्यूज को डिटेन किया जाता है, उसको अरेस्ट किया जाता है। लेकिन पुलिस ने इस मामले में पॉक्सो एक्ट की FIR दर्ज थी, लड़की की हालत ठीक नहीं थी, उसकी जो अक्यूज उसकी वाइफ के खिलाफ भी FIR लॉन्च है। कई जो सीरियस चार्ज उसके ऊपर लगे थे। बावजूद इसके अगर आप ये CCTV देखिए जो हमने एक्सेस किया, इसमें जो अक्यूज है बकायदा वो फ्रीली चर्च आता जाता दिखाई दे रहा है। वो तो इंडिया टुडे ने जब खबर दिखाई उसके बाद पुलिस एक्शन में आई, और इंडिया टुडे ने जब न्यूज ब्रेक की उसके 3 से 4 घंटे के अंदर अक्यूज को अरेस्ट कर लिया गया। कैसे, पहले क्यों नहीं दिल्ली पुलिस ने अरेस्ट किया? यही सवाल दिल्ली पुलिस पर उठ रहा है।
बहुत शुक्रिया अरविंद कि आप हमसे जुड़े। Thank you, my colleague Arvind Oja there accessing the CCTV footage coming in on the 20th of August, and while the FIR was lodged on the 13th of August. We're going to keep a keen eye on all developments with that.
You are watching Fact Check segment where we bust fake news. Tropical storm Hillary unleashed furious flash floods east and west of Los Angeles in California, US, on 20th August. In its aftermath, several videos circulating on social media claim to show wreckage caused by the tropical storm. Both videos are actually from different parts of Universal Studios Hollywood, a film studio and theme park in the San Fernando Valley area of California. They have nothing to do with the storm. This video purportedly shows water gushing onto the platform of a metro station in Los Angeles. However, India Today's Fact Check searched on YouTube and found multiple videos resembling the viral one. The second video, also shared as Hurricane Hillary's aftermath, showed a plant's wreckage, many destroyed cars, and even a wrecked home. This fact check on viral fake news is done by India Today's team Afwa.